When all is said and done, there's a lot more said than done because talk is cheap. Hey, today, let's talk about doing more than talking. Welcome to Mornings with Bishop Robert. Thanks for joining me. I do this for you. You know, my goal is to introduce people to the Jesus they never knew and then help them get to know him and his word personally and better. So if our time together today speaks to your heart, let me invite you to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Hey, lots of people can talk a good game, very convincingly. But saying something doesn't make it so. You know, not too long ago, I got a phone call from the government telling me that a warrant had been issued for my arrest. Now, normally that's not great news. But in this case, the government office, supposedly on the other end of the phone, was the Special Investigations Branch of the Social Security Administration. So I wasn't too worried. Oh, but it seems this agent had been looking at my file, and based on what he had seen there, he had already dispatched a team of agents to my address to arrest me. But then, wonder of wonders, this kind person decided he would give me a chance. And all I had to do was send in my fine via Western Union, and all would be forgiven. Whew, imagine my relief. Well, the person was insistent that I act immediately, unless I wanted to spend some serious time in jail. Obviously, this was a hoax. This wasn't the government calling me and offering me one last chance. These folks were after my money. But to listen to them on the phone, their serious tone of voice, their absolute bravado, it was truly astonishing. They sounded convincing. I confess my response was not to take a Christian approach. I mean, frankly, I figured one good lie deserved another. So I said to them, well, you obviously know exactly who I am since you've got my file, and so you're aware that I'm an FBI agent, and I've just been appointed the new special agent in charge for this region. So you go ahead, have your team come. You got the address. When they show up, they can show me their credentials, and I'll show them my credentials. Then we'll just see which one of us ends up in handcuffs. He hung up on me. Prove it. Those are two pretty powerful words. Of course I was lying. I've never been an FBI agent. I could make a strong sounding claim, but I couldn't back it up. I could never prove it. When it comes to claims about knowing God and his ways, James tells us that our lives ought to be the proof of our claims. In other words, our lives should prove it. Today's verse says, I'll show you my faith by what I do. An old Scotsman was operating a little rowboat for transporting passengers across a lake, and one day the passenger noticed the old man had carved on one oar the word faith, and on the other oar the word works. Well, curiosity led him to ask the meaning of this, and the old man said, aye, lad, I'll show you. So he dropped one oar and started using only the oar called works. And he paddled, and as he did, the boat just went around in circles. Then he picked up the oar called faith, dropping the other one, and he paddled, but the boat still went around in a circle. So as the old man went back to using both the faith and the works oars, and the boat sped swiftly across the water, he explained to his passenger, you see, that's the way it is in the Christian life. Dead works without faith are useless, and faith without works is dead. But faith and works, pulling together, make for safety and progress and blessing. Hey, what if the government had your file and based upon what they saw there, they had already dispatched a team of agents to your address to arrest you for being a follower of Jesus? When they examined your life, would they find enough evidence to convict you? If the Eternal Security Administration wanted to put you on trial for claiming to be a Christian, would your life prove it? Could they find the evidence? Witnesses? People want proof. They want to see the power of God active in our lives. They want to see answered prayers, changed circumstances, holy living. Light shines in the darkness, and when it does, you can't hide it. Well, the world is a dark and dangerous place, my friend, and it desperately needs the love of Christ, desperately. But please, don't just tell folks that you're a follower of Jesus. Prove it. That's all the time we've got this morning. But would you please help me introduce people to the Jesus they never knew and help them get to know him personally and better? Please like this video. It helps more people see it, truly does. Then click follow or subscribe so you and I can get together every day. You click the link in the description, I'll get you a free copy of my book, Count to One, dropped right in your inbox. Hey, one more thing. Make sure you share this video with a friend, would you? Because as you do, that makes you part of the team, touching hearts all over the world with the love of Jesus. Thank you for helping.